Bonjour! So we are back in Riverview for another makeover. Quick recap, I've been making over lots in Riverview and I've decided to do a whole project, so I'm going to do the whole town. I've done quite a few lots already. I'll pin on the screen the playlist with all the different makeovers and a few let's build. When I want to change things up, I've also taken the world in Create a World, where I'm modifying it a bit because I had a few things I wanted to change there. And at the end, once I'm done with everything, there'll be a world file and a save file to go with it, populated with the Sims that are already living in town, plus a few add-ons, mostly from the bin. So that said, today's makeover is going to be a bit of a different one. So I wanted to really do the quick recap of the project because I like to do this one here, but it's on a big lot. I suppose it's going to be like 60 by 60 or something like that, and also quite near this one. I'm not that much bothered about this one because it's not that big, but this one is also a big one. And I know a bit about Riverview, so about the Sims there. And I remember that the Sims living there, they are not farmers. They are in the criminal career. I don't know if all of them are in the field, but it's an elderly mom and two grown children. What I'm thinking of doing, I read the description before, but I'm thinking of having a smaller lot somewhere over there and build the house over here and on a smaller lot, so downsizing it so that there is not those empty spaces, that have no purpose. And then since I'm taking the world in Create a World, I'm going to decorate around it so that it looks a bit more isolated, because it is a bit of a sinister house. I think it's the barn that gives it this vibe. But yeah, so let's check it out first in Edit Town mode, but it's going to be a downsizing video. Darrow Meadows, 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and there are 3 Sims living there. So the Bagley family, and yeah, I think she's modeled after, what's the song? Oh gosh, I have Rasputin in my head. It's not that one. Daughter and son. And he might not be, he seems to want a different path to travel. Okay, but doesn't change the overall vibe of the house. So, set a ways back from the street, this classic farmhouse rests on an ample lot of tillable land with a large useful barn. Unfortunately, its current resident doesn't seem to be doing much farming. And it's a 60 by 60 lot, so since, they're not doing much farming, ample lot of tillable land, I can like decorate so that it has been a bit abandoned. First, in that save I have here, I'm going to rebuild the lot on a smaller scale, and then I'll move the family over to the newer lot with all the objects I can get from there. Then I'll finish up the house, maybe in my other save. In the work in progress I have for Riverview, it's not finished, so that I have a better idea of what I want to place there. The lot I'm going to have up for download in this video is going to be smaller than the original one, so it can be placed there if you want to place it there. Okay, so that said, I think it works with the description. Let's check it out from up close. So the gang is all there. Okay, and they have 2 gates. Do I keep that? I don't know, because I'm going to have it way smaller on that side. So I'll remove the pond for almost certain. There is not even any fish in there. And yeah, there is nothing at the front really. So I think it's not a big loss if I remove that and instead I've got like a road going up to the house, a bit in the woods. I'll add a few more trees around at the front and maybe the abandoned meadows in the back. Okay, so then the house, it's quite charming actually. Could be a farmhouse, but could be also in a suburb. There is a fireplace, okay, a bit of a courtyard here with everything needed to get some rest. There are even a few flower pots here, flower beds, okay, a back door, but nothing big. At the back of the lot, there is some room also there. Ooh, I like the roof, the slope, the slant of the roof here. There is continuity. Oh, that's cool. Is there a bedroom upstairs? I've seen a floor. So there is an attic. Let's get in the barn first, maybe. So they have a crappy car here, but apparently, yeah. Ooh, yeah, I do remember they have quite a few items in the barn. So, a lot of chairs, and a bit too bad that the same one. It could have been customized. It's a kind of the hideout, but for the stolen items. Most likely stolen. One of them must be a kleptomaniac. Okay, so we have workstations here. A very nice car in the barn because the crappy one is outside. Sound systems, okay. 2 TVs. Ooh, that rug is very nice. Okay, oh, okay. Yeah, and noticed the paintings. Okay, so that's where they store the stolen goods. Okay, that's a very nice touch. Okay, let's check out the house. Okay, pretty simple, the layout, but efficient. I mean, living room with a staircase, dining. The wallpaper here is what I would expect to find in a farmhouse. A kitchen, rustic, but quite big, with a bar, and that's where there is the back door. Yellow! Bathroom, I suppose mom's bedroom, which is very big. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to change the layout inside, but yeah, that's something I'm going to work with because it's a bit too big for just one bedroom, and could be at least an ensuite. And then upstairs, both have access to the bathroom with a bathtub. Is it a tub too? So I'll add a shower somewhere. And there is no access to the upstairs, but I saw that there was a floor there. So yeah, there is an attic that could be used for something. Okay, let's have a quick overview. You know what? Let's do the barn first. So the barn, there is the lofted area over there with access via stairs. I think I'll go with a ladder because it's going to take less room, and also it goes with the barn vibe. And do I keep it there, or do I swap the open area with the lofted one? Oh, there is a pretend door. Yeah, I don't. I'll see. I need to rebuild it first, and then I'll do the changes. So I'll have to think about it. I like that there is 2 different areas there, and there is a fence in between the 2. Is there an... Oh, yeah, the door is there, the gate. Overview of the house. Quick one. I might do some changes when I'll build it over. I might do, for instance, the access to the attic right away. So if I do that, I might change already the layout upstairs. Yeah, I'm already trying to think what I can do. And then the attic is not that small, so, and if need be, I can even add a few windows at the back. So I really like that roof. Okay, so that's the main ideas for this house. I think the tool will be in the newer version of Riverview I'll have at that time. So let's start on this one now. Well, this one, even though I downsized it, took me some time to do. I started it like 3 months ago and I've just finished it. And even though it's smaller, I mean, there's the same rooms there, and I've even added a few more rooms. So even though the lot itself is smaller, the living space is bigger. And yeah, I've for instance, I've added an access to the attic. So then I had to have something in the attic. So that was also something I took some time to think about before really tackling a room. I was thinking about it, what I wanted to have there. I'm going to explain a bit more after the whole rebuilding thing. So first I placed 30 by 50 lot nearby in the regular Riverview, so that I could copy the house on a smaller lot. And then I moved in the family with all the furniture I could fit in there. There is like an inventory in by mod for the family. And then when I was moving them in, I also adjusted the building so that the changes I already had in mind, I did then. And at first, for instance, I went with more of a whitish siding at first, because I had in mind more like the regular house, so not as decrepit looking as it used to be. But then I went more to that well-worn, no, not really well-worn, it's a house, shabby, more of a shabby look for the house, and a bit more sinister too. So I went a bit more that way. So I did a basement, and the access to the basement is on the side of the house. So when I was doing that, I had to remove the foundation under the floor. So I had to move a few things there. And so there is an access to the basement. The house is a bit more, let's say, seedy looking, and also wasn't sure about the windows. But then I went with for downstairs, I went with the ones from University Life, and at the ground a bit higher for the around the front porch, so that there weren't that many steps to get to the front door. And yeah, I did some landscaping, again with the idea of it's not well maintained. Oh yeah, at first I put that door from the barn door from pets, but I had to remove it pretty much at the end, because I think it's because I've used some markers, and that's why there is a glitch where the door disappears, but it looks as if there is nothing there, like that there is not even a wall. So yeah, that was an issue when I was doing the tour. So I removed the door, but pretty much at the end, and there is room for a door there. I think it's marker related, but I'm not sure. It's a glitch for sure, but I'm not sure, and I've not really, I haven't investigated that matter. I just removed the door because there is like a pretend door with the wallpaper there, so I went with that. But when I'm going to play, I might do some tests there, see what's going on. So I adjusted the building when I was doing the building part, and I did a door from Ma's bedroom to the courtyard there is on the side there. that courtyard was a bit a bother at first because I didn't really know what to do with it. It's a bit too rectangular and clean cut, you know. Wanted to break the lines there. But yeah, I've worked with it. It's just pretty much, there is not much there, but since it was a feature, one of those main features of the house, pretty recognizable, you know, I've tried to keep it there. So there's still the courtyard. It's just, I think I could have done something different with it, but I didn't really have an idea. So it's pretty classic courtyard. So added an access to the attic with a circular staircase. I almost went the ladder way, but I've kept the ladder for the barn, and I'll talk a bit more about the layout afterward when I'm going to do the furnishing, but mostly the layout downstairs is pretty much the same, except for master bedroom because it was big. So I did a bathroom there, and upstairs there are 2 bedrooms, but actually Rhoda's bedroom is in the attic. So the family, so Ma Bagley first, she is inspired by a real figure, a real person who was the head of a criminal family. There is a song by Bonnie M, but there is also a comic book in France where the antagonists are also inspired by that family, and so I know a bit about them, and yeah, she's a bit vintage looking, and I think it said in her bio, it read something like she liked the old ways or something like that. Her daughter, adult daughter, Rhoda, is kleptomaniac, one of many in town, and it's written in her bio, so I've kept that trait. But her son, Sherman, is a pretty regular guy from what I've read, and he was the only one in the military career in town, so yeah, I changed that. I'm not sure what career I'm going to give him, but right now he's unemployed because I'm going to remove the rabbit hole building and have something else there. And so she has a better relationship with her son than with her daughter, even though they are sharing traits, her daughter and her. So it's a different dynamic in the family that I wanted to explore a bit, but I wasn't sure how. With the traits, you know, to have the traits go more with what was described there. So I wasn't sure when I started decorating the house, but it was okay because I started by the common rooms, and one of my ideas was to have, at least since I already knew it was a criminal family, so have at least a hint of the criminal activities in each room, in each of the common rooms in the house. And I mean, there are SIMS, so it was fun to have it a bit obvious that they are criminals to the regular person, but other SIMS, you know, they're pretty oblivious to all that, or they don't care. But yeah, so for instance in the kitchen, so there were those 2 themes I did for those downstairs room. A criminal element in each, and well, an element that speaks of their criminal activities in each room, plus the fact that it's an older building. Well, not that old, but it's not a well-maintained farmhouse. It's more of outdated one with a rustic vibe, but at the same time it's not used really for farming. So that's what I wanted to go with. So for the kitchen, I went with there is a whole planning corner where you can plan their next heist, for instance. That was the idea. And I did the whole rustic oven corner, and then I removed the stove I had placed just behind that corner, behind the wall, in the dining room, just to keep the stovepipe going through the floor above, because it was totally something I could see in that type of house. So for me, it's the pipe for the oven. And so yeah, that's one of the things. And so that was the kitchen. Then I did the living room and dining room at the same time. And I wanted to add to that criminal element. So at first I had put a skeleton under the couch, but I already had one in the closet, so in the big wardrobe, and so I kept the one in the wardrobe and removed the one under the couch way later, but it's not there anymore, it's elsewhere in the house. And the same themes here than in the kitchen, so rustic, outdated, and not that well maintained, even though it is something where it's a bit more like a place where a grandma would live, but it's not modern, even though there is a computer, but it's not the brand new one. And the rocking chair, a few elements from the movie stuff back. And there are also doilies here and there. I imagine there is some potpourri somewhere to add to the ambience here. But yeah, that was the idea. And there is a TV, a bit 60s themed in the dining room. There was one like that at one of my grandmothers when I was growing up. And yeah, and in the dining room, the other element, a bit weird, that is that table. So I was thinking that it was totally seemed like to have an obvious table that is actually spying on some sorts of activities. Oh yeah, that key is the first element of the next theme I'm going to build for the lore around that house and that family. So the bathroom by the kitchen, so in the yellow bathroom there, there is another darker element there, with the skeleton in the bathtub, but they can use the bathtub actually. So I tried that. I play tested the house a few times because I've added a few elements here and there where I wasn't sure if the item that I had worked with was still usable. For instance, the big wardrobe in the living room, wasn't sure, but it works. They can change their outfits, and they can also use the rocking chair that is nearby. It's not blocking the way. So one of the issues I had when I started on the bedrooms, so I started with the bedrooms upstairs for the kids, they are both adults. So she's an adult and he's a young adult. And so Rhoda was easier because she's a kleptoman. So I already knew I wanted her bedroom to have a collection of things that she would have, picked along the way, that she would have collected here and there. But then I needed something else, because there are so many kleptomaniacs in town. So I wanted something a bit different for her, and that I changed one of their traits. She's now adventurous, and I don't remember which one. Oh, also her and her mom, I turned them into evil SIMS, mostly because of the trailer for Riverview. I remember Ma Bagley laughing, like as if she had the evil trait. There is that evil laugh they do, and when they have the trait. So when I checked and they didn't have it, neither Ma nor Rhoda, I changed that and I gave them the trait to both of them, because it said that they share them. They are cut from the same, not from the same piece of cloth, but the same stone, something like that, in their bio. So gave them the trait, and so Rhoda, since she's adventurous, I went now, because I gave her the trait, I went more like that she collected things during her travels too, and also gave her kind of an obsession with snakes. So there are a lot of snake elements in her bedroom, and in her cache, in her hideout. She has her own corner. So I had a bedroom in the attic, because at first I wanted Sherman to be in the attic because he was so different from his mom and sister, but then he's the favorite of his mom. So why is he the favorite? She has more in common with Rhoda. So that's where I developed a bit more. I was building up a bit more Ma and Sherman's identities for me, and what kind of Sims they were. So Sherman was pretty basic, so I tried to keep that, because he's a bit the regular Sim, like the basic one. And but why is he the favorite? His mom's favorite. So what I did is I went a bit on the supernatural side of things with Ma, and I met her. She's not a witch, but she could be, and I think our new lifetime wish is now a zombie maker or something like that, and so she's now evil proper, and I don't remember the last one. I changed another one, but I don't remember what I did there. But yeah, what I wanted to say is that her son, one of his traits is now the gatherer, So because it's something a witch would someone who wants to get things more easily would cherish, that trait in a way. So he sounds a bit more interesting to me if he has that trait that seemed more logical that his mom would favor him more. And then it gave me more ideas. So he's more of an insect collector or gem collector, maybe. But so his room is pretty basic. I've kept most of the pieces that were already there. But what I did is that for the basement, then I went more both toward the adventurous trait of that Rhoda has now, and she's a supernatural fan, Ma Bagley is now a supernatural fan in my game, and that's I also went toward that for the basement, and the basement is not accessible right away because it's a tomb. So they need a key, and the key is in another room that is not accessible. Well, there is a mini adventure there before the Sims can access the basement and what's there, which is more witchcraft related, and that's the third, I think, running theme I have for that lot. And so to recap, because it was a bit of a messy explanation, sorry. It's a criminal family, a bit of a vintage criminal family, hiding things sort of in plain sight, but also with maybe occult undertones here and there. And there is sort of a mini tomb on the lot, but I'll explain a bit more during the overview parts after the tour. So, overview of the lot. Let's go first with the barn downstairs. So I went with what was already there. So that was where they were storing a lot of different items. So most likely stolen goods. So I just added some more fencing so that there were more delineated areas. So there is this area over there where I'm thinking they spray paint cars. I'm not going to go further than that. Then there is a gate here, and it's more of a storage corner here. And then I think the gate is over there, and there is another one here. And activities corner, where you can play football, and there is a weight machine. So both of these were already there. A few of the items, the TV over there. There are a few items that were already there, and then I've added a few more from later packs in the mix. Then the ladder here leads to the deck area, the lofted area over there. So it used to be here. I swapped it for there because there was the door, the barn door here, but it's glitching, so I removed it. I'm having the loft this way so that it's not that it could be open, you know. Let's zoom in. This area is more like the headquarters area, where they can do their misdeed. The VR was also downstairs, but here it's more tech-oriented, with a better computer than the one that is in the main house, a laptop. There is this, it's just mostly decorative, but it's a wardrobe, actually. From the movie stuff back, there is the radio station object here, a few more statues, and there is a sofa. Also in the back, because Rhoda, I forgot to say, I gave her the vehicle enthusiast trait. I wanted her to have a motorcycle because she's cool that way, you know, but there is that one that is a bit quirky from the movie stuff back, so I gave her this one. Then the courtyard, so it's a tad bigger. I think this part did not exist, and there is an access here to the clothesline and barbecue area, mostly over there. And there is a door leading to Ma's bedroom. Overview of the main house. So downstairs, I'll do the Ma's bedrooms first, since there is an entrance over there. It was too big for just a bed and a few pieces of furniture. So I added a bathroom, so she has her own ensuite, and there is a shower here. The other ones have bathtubs. Anything special here? There is a chest, it's empty, and there is the incense burner over there. Her favorite color is orange, so that's why I went in more toward orange and brown hues in the main rooms, also because it's her house. So then the main part of the house with the living room, and then so it's a single lane staircase because it was a double one, but there are only the three of them living there. So then dining room with the table, the weird table, and the coffee machine is there. Then there is the kitchen with the back door leading to the back porch with a sort of a pathway near a suspicious hole in the ground, and leading to the courtyard over there. Back at the house, there is also the yellow bathroom over there, which is smaller than it used to be. So it used to be, I think, at least 3 by 4, and it's 2 by 4 now. And then upstairs, there used to be 2 bedrooms with the bathroom over there. So I moved the bathroom here because it seemed more logical to have the bathroom on top of each other, you know, for the plumbing. And also it was more practical that way. And instead there is a blacked out bedroom here But if the Sims have the key, they can insert it here and have access to the room. There is also another entrance to the room. Not just going to talk about it, but there is another way to get in that room. Sherman's bedroom. I've kept some of his furniture, and I went with very square looking pieces because it was kind of a theme, I guess. Both Ma's children have blue as their favorite color. Then there is an activity corner over there with the dartboard, so that works, and chessboard, and then access to the attic where there is Rhoda's corner. She can have a pet snack, and there is a hideout for her over there, and she got the I think it was maybe in the barn, the telescope, so she got it there because she has quite the view from her window over there, over the road leading to the house. And that's the upstairs. And now I'm just going to show you very quickly the basement, which is all blocked off because they need a key here to open the door and then have access to the basement and unlock the occult possibilities on that lot. So, oh yeah, I'll show you because we are in the New West version of the town, and so I have started decorating in Cradle World around the house because it's smaller, and so I'm going to keep that area not totally empty. I'm going to add a few more wild grass here and there so that it ties in with the state of the lot here. That hasn't changed except the texture of the path over there, but I haven't worked on that yet here. And this part I've started, and it's well on its way. And the tree has disappeared, I mean, not its shadow. That's very, very on theme. Like that, hidden in plain sight. So that's going to be it for this makeover and this video. I'll see you in the next one. À bientôt!